Okay. Does it say it's working? I think.
It says
Yeah.
recording on mine,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Hi, Bear Creek United Methodist Church. I'm Pastor Brooke, and I'm very excited tonight. I'm talking to Curt Nelson, and Curt is one of our graduates. He's going to graduate this year and move on to college. And so I thought I would try to catch up with him and see how he's doing, and get to know him a little bit. So, Curt, tell us just a little bit about your family and a little bit about yourself, what you've been doing.
Yeah, so I'm graduating from Cedar Crest High School this year, which is out in Duval. And then I'm gonna be going to the University of Washington at the Foster School of Business as
Cool.
a direct admission, yeah. In high school I played a lot of baseball. I caught 4 years, or would have been 4 years on varsity as a catcher. And I wrestled and played football as well, but stopped those by my sophomore year. I did DECA, which is kind of a business club. And I was a link officer, which is like a club to orientate freshmen into high school. And then I also was in an honor society as well. Outside of school, I like to be outside. I like to go for hikes. I like to snowboard, skateboard. I like to be active. I'm also pretty big into weightlifting. And
Oh,
then, yeah.
so tell me,
Some of
stop right there.
Yep.
Weightlifting. What,
Yeah.
more benching or squats, or what's your deal?
So probably 2 years ago now, we have like an extra building at our house, and we built a little room out there, so it's got a full squat rack and a bench rack. And so I pretty much do everything. I squat, deadlift, bench press, everything. Yeah.
Do you
Mhm.
do that with friends or your dad?
So normally I have a buddy that comes up pretty much every day, but since quarantine he hasn't been up, so I've been doing it by myself. My dad
So,
helps me spot me sometimes. Yeah.
okay, all right, good. Well, tell us a little bit about your family. Oh, wait, before we go there, you're going to go to UW, and you kind of went pretty quick there. You got into a particular school at UW that's hard to get into.
Yeah, the Foster School of Business. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get in there?
I don't know. Well, I applied, and I guess they liked my essay, they liked my grades, and they liked my SAT scores. So
Okay.
that's
All right.
pretty much the whole application. So
Yeah,
that
because
must have been
there's only like 100 or 200 that get in that a year. Is that right?
200 freshman direct admissions. Yeah. And
Oh,
then more will join after sophomore year.
sure.
But I
Wow.
get a little like head start, I guess,
You
with some
bet.
of the classes. Yeah.
Wow, you must be excited about that. Were you more excited to get into UW or get into the Foster School?
Definitely to get into the Foster. I was very excited about both, but the Foster School is the more exciting part for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And tell me a little bit about UW. Why UW? Because you checked out quite a few other schools.
At the end of the day, I mean, pretty much since I've always had like a good idea about UW, and I've always like thought it was a cool school and thought I wanted to go there someday. So when I started looking, we did all the tours and all of them were nice, but at the end of the day, I knew I wanted to go to UW. So and it, the way they announced all the other schools I applied to, I heard back early, but UW was they have a long time before they tell you if you get in. So it kind of built this anticipation of like, oh, I really want to go here, but oh, I'm getting nervous. I don't even get in. Yeah.
I remember talking to you, wondering, hey, when is this going to happen? So you were right.
Yeah.
They finally came through. And
Thankfully.
I know for you, Curt, your family is pretty important to you, or it seems like it is. And so
Mhm.
tell me a little bit just about your family, and maybe just tell me one thing about each one of your family members that you like. So,
Okay. Well, I'll start with my dad. He's been always the strong figure in my life. He's taught me how to work hard. He's taught me how to be respectful. He's taught me how to be everything, be a man, be a good person. So I respect that about him. And then my mom, she's just amazing. She makes the best food in the world. Um, she teaches me so much. She taught me all of third grade. Not,
oh, I didn't
I
know
was
that.
in third grade, but she had to teach me it on the side.
Oh, yeah.
And then because of teachers, but and then let's see, my sister, I respect how much she cares about me and other people too. It's cool to see she's always giving gifts, and she's always worried about her friends and worried about me, and it's just cool to see. It's cool to look at somebody like that. And then
Good.
I also have a dog. which he's an old dog now, but he's been the best thing in my life.
What's your dog's name?
His name's Gus.
Okay.
He's a yellow lab.
You gonna bring Gus along to college?
No, he's gonna be living at home. He's sleeping at home, and that's pretty much it.
We have one of those too, yes. So, all right, well, and so we get to know you a little bit that way, and I know Curt, like the school that you've been going to has gone through some tough things in the last 2 years, especially your class and a lot of boys in your class you've struggled with. And tell us a little bit about that a little bit.
Yeah, but okay. So besides the whole pandemic, which every school is going through, from last spring to this year, 5 kids from my school have either committed suicide or died in accidents. So, and one recently. So it's been pretty hard to, the first one was a major shock, and then it's weird how after each one, it starts to feel more and more normal, which isn't right, but it's hard to explain, but it's not hard. It's not fun to go through either.
Oh, heck no. And in that, gosh, you've known some of these kids. Well, you have a pretty small class. It's not that big, and so you've
Yeah,
known them all, but some of them pretty close, right?
not really. Not no. I was never really close with not like current and since high school. I haven't been close with any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, but and I'm just going to pause for a minute. Sorry, I got to get rid of. Okay. And Curt, though I know you've been pretty supportive of other kids who are going through this, so tell me about some of the ways you found yourself kind of being in that supportive role.
So what I've learned is through the ones that I've seen, I mean, it's never somebody, because throughout high school, I mean, people fit stereotypes that you see. There's people who are depressed, are going through hard things, but at least at my school when things happen, it was kids you never expected to do anything that ended up committing suicide or hurting themselves. So from reflecting on that, I've learned just kind of to be nice to everybody. And when I was in school, walking the hallways, if I see a kid who looks down, even I know, I just smile and wave and say, "How are you doing?" It's just I try to be friendly to everybody and make sure everybody feels like they're welcome and somebody's there for them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that is interesting what you were saying. Just so unexpected, as a
Yeah,
people,
it
you
is.
just don't expect, and that's what really. I mean, any suicide would throw you for a loop, but part of it is that just unexpectedness just hits you in the gut. Yeah,
Mhm.
and you've learned to rely on other people too. I know your family more, and maybe some of your friends a little more too. I mean, you do learn to kind of lean on others sometimes in that time.
Yeah, no. And it's just, I mean, they tell you all the time, all the suicide preventions and all the classes and all the teachers, they tell you they're there for if you talk to them. But from I've seen, it's the kids that it would be hard to speak out and go talk to somebody. You kind of have to just be nice to everybody and go talk to them before there's something. You don't have to talk to them about, hey, are you thinking about suicide? I mean, unless they approach you and you have you're worried that they are going to do something. But I mean, just being nice to everybody and being a friend to everybody is what I've learned.
That's cool. Yeah, and you've had, I think I've seen you work through that, Curt, very well. I have to just compliment you on that. You've been a
Thank
real
you.
help, I think, to your school and walked through that pretty good.
Thank you.
Not an easy thing, that's for sure.
Mhm.
So now you're going to go into business, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of, so how did you get thinking about that, and what is your hopes down the line with that?
Well, I think business for me started because my dad works in business too. So I've just been around it. And then I started doing DECA my sophomore year, which is a business club. And I started competing and just being around the world of business and the terminology. And it's just I mean, I like all the subjects I've done, but it's the thing in school, but then the thing that really fascinated me and I was really interested in.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I hear you're going to do a speech, a
I am giving
commencement
a speech.
speech, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving a valedictorian speech for my graduation.
Oh, well, congratulations. And how has that process been?
It's been different this year. I mean, we're not allowed to, the way graduation's working, we're not allowed to, there's no way for us to physically give it in front of our whole class, but we're there's 8 of us making the speech. It's a combination of the valedictorians and the salutatorians.
Mhm.
And we're making a big video, and we'll each have our own little speech part of the video, and
Mhm.
somehow it'll get, I don't know yet how it'll get played and how people will see it, but hopefully people will see it. I know people will see it.
Sure, sure. And tell me what the process. I mean, has it been fun or has it been hard or?
Some of both. Actually, it hasn't been too hard to write. I've wrote a lot of essays in school, but this has probably been the easiest one I've written just because it's something
Yep.
writing about my life. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And tell us, can you tell us one thing you might be bringing into that thing, or I don't want you to blow it.
Hmm.
We
One
won't.
thing I'm bringing in,
Yeah.
it'll be funny, but it won't be too funny. It'll be serious and funny.
Okay, we will be
Yeah.
listening for you. And I wanted to end kind of, Curt, just a little bit about, Bear Creek United Methodist Church. You've been part of the church for a long time, and what has that church relationship been for you, and why is it important? Or,
It's important to me for a lot of reasons. One is faith. I always feel like I like hearing the lessons that you teach and being around the environment, but I feel like it's a family there, and it's if somebody, I mean, I've seen a lot of kids go through hard things at my school, so I knew if I were ever gonna be in that a space of mine, I know I have a family there that's everybody there is willing to help me, and everybody there I mean, I haven't gone through anything like that, but people have helped me already. I mean, I've gotten my first job through church. It's just a lot of things came out of Bear Creek
okay. Well,
for
cool.
me.
And
Mhm.
I want you to know, Curt, that our church doesn't stop once you graduate. We're going to try to
Oh,
reach out to you and
mhm.
support you as best we can as you move on. And that we are so proud of you. We are really kind of sad we can't kind of have this big celebration
Yeah, be there
and
together.
yes, but we're
Mhm.
going to find a great way to do this. And I appreciate you so much that you're willing to share with us today. And
And I'll be in Seattle, so I'll be stopping by more often than some of the other graduates going far away.
well, that will be good. That will be
Yeah.
awesome. All right.
Mhm.
Well, all right, Curt. Thanks so much, and I appreciate you so much for sharing. And I just
Thank
want you to
you.
know we'll be praying for you and pulling for you. Okay.
Alright, thank you, thank you.
All right. Thank you.